Playing in the NHL can be exhausting. So how quickly does the body recover after a game? This is the science of St. Louis Blues hockey. Hockey games are a rush for athletes, but once the game's over, how do they slow their systems back down to normal?
The cool thing about adrenaline is that the entire system is very fast on and very fast off. So your body is very reactive to current situations. And as soon as your body tells you, hey, we don't need these intense responses anymore, these chemicals are broken down very, very rapidly. And so because the adrenaline is actually increasing heart rate in the moment, as it dissipates, that will help to decrease the heart rate back down to normal.
So do Blues players have post-game recovery routines?
Every player is different in how they recover. Some of it depends on how much ice time that you get during the game. So some of the athletes who may be getting less ice time may actually want to continue to maintain their endurance, and so they may get on the exercise bike or they may want to go lift weights. The athletes who have gotten a lot of energy expenditure during the game, they will stretch, they'll get into the cold tub to try to slow the metabolism down, but every athlete's got their own routine to stay fit. When you're performing at the NHL level, you have to be sharp all the time. The difference between a good and a great player is very small. I think all athletes who are trying to perform at a high level need to go through a routine. They need to start with warming up, they need to stretch, they need to do their sport, and they need to ice afterwards.
I've heard some people say to use ice after a workout, but I've also heard some recommend heat. Which is better?
We use heat when we want to warm up the body to perform at a high level. We would use ice to reduce inflammation or cool the body down. And typically for ice, we're treating injuries or prior injuries, and heat, we're trying to prevent injuries.
During a game, the players' hearts and lungs aren't the only organs getting a serious workout. The brain is also doing some heavy lifting. How does the brain recover from the stress of a game?
So many times we think of fatigue as being a function of pure physical exhaustion, but mental fatigue means that we've exceeded our abilities to stay on task or on point or focused. When a player finishes a game, he is not only physically exhausted, but he is also mentally exhausted and needs to recover both his physical capabilities as well as the ability to then concentrate again. But we know that without a good night's sleep, you are not functioning at your fullest potential.
What is our brain doing to help our body recover when we sleep?
Sleep is important for our brains because it allows our brain to recover. Just like your body needs time to recover, your brain needs time to recover. Sleep isn't a passive activity for our brain. Sleep allows us to consolidate our memories and thereby learn from our previous day's experiences. Having this learning activity take place while we're sleeping allows us to function better the next day when we encounter a similar situation.
So the three most important things for recovery are nutrition to restore the body's fuel for work, hydration to restore the fluid loss from the exercise, and sleep to maintain mental focus.
And that is the science of St. Louis Blues hockey.